Pauline and I are going to be unboxing our Maxx Fan Deluxe all-weather RV ventilator. Shall we get on with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Pauline's
purchased
got some things.
Yeah, we purchased it from RV Parts. They were quite quick to deliver. All delivered. It was free delivery actually, but all delivered it was $475. So is the deluxe one the most the top of the range is what I'm trying to say.
Good.
Top of the range. So that we can get here in Australia. So anyway, we'll do some unboxing.
Be careful we don't drop it. Oh, wait on, just make sure.
Actually, we might lay it flat, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
Got it?
Yes.
Alright.
See, I might just move. I'll just here.
What over here?
Oh, okay. Something's a little bit loose on the bottom,
Yeah.
so I don't want to drop it. So,
So we've got the, we opted for we won't take that off yet, but
no,
it's
yeah.
what scratch getting it on the roof. So we opted for the white, just to blend in with the van, and we have to do that. And then we've got the actual fan underneath, wiring ready to go, and fly mesh. So I'll just give you a bit of a close up. Maxx Air. So it's well packed with protective plastic over the top, just so there's no scratching in transit. Might get scratched going on the roof, but at least in transit it's arrived in very good condition.
And in this box here we have a few little knickknacks to go with it.
Yeah.
We have instructions maybe.
Instructions.
A remote control which will come in handy. Yeah, they're the instructions and nuts and bolts and things like that.
Oh yes,
Screws actually.
Screws, yeah, to go through. Looks like there's handle screws.
Yeah.
And then there's the wire connectors to join the wiring on. So it comes with that, and comes with some instructions, which we'll get out in a minute and have a look what we're gonna do next. And comes with a remote and wall mount and some batteries. So quite a good size remote. Shall we open it up?
Here we go. There's a pretty good wall mount there. That's a good mount that'll just clip on the wall.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks pretty easy to use.
Yeah, quite big.
I think a few people in van life have got these. haven't they?
Yeah. It's quite popular with the van community.
Yeah.
I think there's a good, supposed to be a good kit. Yeah, and we've got
That's the flange.
that's.
And there's the flange.
Yep.
You can cut that out.
And then that's the. Oh, that's the bit. The wall. Yeah, under the roof like that.
Oh, that goes under the roof like that and
Yeah, into the van.
into the van. So yeah.
Yeah, so
Very
I'll put that
good.
back and because we won't need that for a while because the roof of course isn't even.
We haven't done the roof yet,
Yeah.
as you
know.
know, if you've watched our videos.
And that actually gets bolted to the top of the van like that. So So that's the width that we're actually dealing with.
Well, that's a pretty good width, actually.
Yeah. So we might just actually use that as support. We've got heaps of this 32 by 32 timber that we've used quite, for the barrier between the seats. We used it.
Yeah.
We used it for some of our cupboards. We've used it. We're using it quite extensively through. So what we were thinking is making a frame right round here using this. So then when that's on top of the van, it gets bolted through the top of the van, through the steel or the flat steel of the van, and then the screw will actually go into this, and it will give it there'll be no flexing on the roof, because you go start cutting a van, there's a lot of flexing going on. So hopefully with this frame around here, and we'll pocket hole it as it's the strongest thing we can use to put together. The pocket holes have been quite successful for us, hasn't it? Pocket holes. And
And of course Pauline will be on the roof by herself, because I've recently had knee surgery, so I can't really kneel or bend, but I can sort of do things on the ground and pass things up and down and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you've got a brace on you.
Yeah, I know I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And it's quite painful, so.
At times, so
yeah.
If you don't see me around, maybe I'm resting. Putting my knee up or my leg up.
Yeah.
I should say my legs up.
So it all just depends. We hope to get this up in the next day, today or
over the next few days.
Yeah, anyway, it depends on the weather too, because it looks like it's just turned a little bit gusty and windy, and it looks like it's going to rain. So
yeah, I know.
As soon as you mention roof or anything, the weather changes.
Video, Greg Virgo, and he has installed one of these, so we've been watching him this morning to see what's got to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Murphy also has some really good instructions. We were watching that this morning, so he's got some really good instructions and good safety side of it. And also Mel's Van World, or Mel's Van.
Yeah.
Good. He's also put these in, so some really good instructional videos out there on YouTube. So go follow us.
Yeah.
Okay, we've made a frame for the Maxx Air Fan. We're going to stick a flex underneath and bolt that underneath the roof of the van, and it will give a good strong base to not only screw through here, through the roof of the van, and straight into this. So it's going to be quite solid. We held the frame together with pocket holes. What else? Yeah, so, and we gave underneath here a bit of a clean with some wipes, just to, if there's any oils left over from the manufacturer of the plastic, it will be taken off, so give it a good clean bond. And I'm going to use our frame as a template, so I'll mark in the tops, in the sides, drill through, and then we'll get a base there that I can drop the jigsaw into. So yeah, and I'll show you on the roof. Okay, so I've got some tape that I'm gonna, as I get through, I'll tape it as I'm going, so because the vibration's going to be pretty bouncy. And thanks to Amy, I'm going to use your ripping tape that rips off very easily. So just like that, and then you don't need scissors, you just rip, and it's really strong. So yeah, have that ready to go. So tape, thingy, ready to go. Here we go. And I was going to make a lot of noise, so I'll probably make a start and then I'll turn the camera off. And I think I've got a bit of steel in my wrist. It's actually, didn't think to bring up tweezers. Oh well, something to dig out later. Yep, going to turn you off. Okay, you can sort of see that the hole's all cut out. I'm just going to use a rasp to get the burrs, but it is worthwhile paying top dollar for a good blade. It really is. We've used it for the windows and now we're using it for this, and the blade's still as sharp as, so it is worth it. And I reckon I might, if it was a cheaper blade, I reckon I might have snapped it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to burr the ends off so it's all reasonably smooth. Then I'm going to rust prime it and let that go off, and then I'll take the bag. But as you can see, all the spoilings in the bag, so it's worth doing. There was a lot on the roof, but my vacuum cleaner's just died in battery, so I'm gonna have to probably get the blower maybe and maybe blow it off. Anyway, we'll work that one out. Okay, here we go. Every van lifer that puts a roof vent in their van has to do this. Big hole. And one casualty, shares and band-aids. I've put a generous amount of Sikaflex onto our template / roof support, and we are using today 252. It's adhesive and it's got flexibility, and it's designed to go on vans and cars and stuff, so it's got a good ply elastic thingy to it. So I'm just going to bond it to the roof of the van and hold it in with some clamps. See, it's clamped in place. We have to wait for that to set off now. Shouldn't take long. So I'm putting butyl tape around the edge, and I'm just working on my second layer here. It's very tacky, and I'm overlapping it, so I'll come down and then overlap the edges, so I have 2 layers. So then, yeah, so there's going to be no gap between the butyl tape. Okay, so pre-drilled all the holes and then screwed it all in with tension on the screw, so I wasn't over tightening the flange. So yeah, and just doing it alternate each time, you know, each one different, so it tightens down all together. So far so good. I'll give it a bit of a clean up, and then I'll stick a Sikaflex down the sides and just bond it all in nicely, and then I'll be able to just set the cover on over the top of that. So far so good. Okay, you can now see I've covered the screws. Get out of the shadow a bit. I've covered all the screws all the way round, and now it's time to put the I might let it dry a little bit before I go trying to fit the hood. So what we've got to do is we've got to open up the hood. So I'll just remove it and then open her up. And it's just an opening button there to tell you what direction to go in. and it's easy to install when it's up. So I've got to watch the wires, so I've got to remember and drop them through. And then there's the two locator ports there on both sides, and we should be able to just slot that in place. Okay, she's all in place, all Sikaflex down, the 4 screws on each side all in. Made sure the wires, you put them through first, and I noticed just in here, let's see my finger, just in here, there's a little groove, so I set the wires in there and it slotted in nice and easy. So now for the taking the plastic off and unveiling the Maxx Air Fan. Go. Yep, she's in. Look, this project wasn't really too difficult, putting everything all into place. Yeah, pretty happy. She's a good one. The ladder's a killer. Well, it went quite well, and I'll show you around in a minute. I just wanted to say a few things you need to have prepared. You need to have, you know, all your gear virtually up on the roof, ready to go, so you can just keep going from, you know, measuring to cutting to fitting. Everything's there, because that ladder's a killer. We're left with now 4 screws and this shroud, yeah, shroudy thingy. Anyway, so that goes up once we've done the ceiling. One thing I forgot to mention, just make sure you get all your filings off the roof. I can't emphasize enough, you know, you leave behind a filing and that's rust. Pretty simple. It makes a hell of a mess, even with the jigsaw. So it's probably a lot of time cleaning than probably a lot of all the other stuff. The other thing is, I'll probably point it out to you. I'll just grab you. I'll show you the wires. So I don't know whether I said, but the wires, there's a little groove and I tucked them through, and just make sure you put the wires in first. So that's basically the frame we made, and I'll highly recommend doing the frame and then sitting the insert, which you can't see now, into it, because that will give you a template for your fan. So you don't really need to do a cardboard template. Just make a good frame, make sure it's all straight and level, and then mark inside that. You know, that was easy, you know, easy done. So and I'll just take you outside and show you from the front one more time, up the ladder. There we go. One matching white Maxx fan, and we're only going to put one in because we've got the windows in the back, as you can see. So that's a wrap up. Actually, it was surprisingly quite easy. So I think we've done a lot. It was a lot harder to do the bed or other stuff within the van. This was quite easy. It surprised me. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Oh, stayed dry. What a cracker, eh? See you on the next one. Cheers. I forgot to mention, Karen couldn't join me in a lot of this fitting of the fan. She went in for her knee surgery and is in a really bad way. She helped me make the template or the frame for you know, the roof there, and it took a lot out of her and probably set her back. So bless her little heart. I missed her on this journey, but she helped me with the ladder, so I made sure I was getting on and off the van. So